Hi, this is Jerry Maynard, and welcome to Soul Success. The subject matter today is You Are Not a Messiah. Stay tuned as we go into our message. You know, we always define success as how we have accomplished something, we met a destination, we accumulated something, we won something, and we define that as being successful. Or we got our degree, or we got a job, or we got something that says to the world we're successful according to their definition and standards. Soul success is to deal with the inner person, your essence of who you are, your soul. And that success is not a destination. Success is not achieving one particular thing. It's not getting a raise or a job. But success is your daily journey, your daily experience. You have to wake up with yourself. You have to go to bed with yourself. How do you feel about you? We want to make sure that you are healthy in your essence of who you are. We want to make sure you're forgiving yourself. You have self-love, self-joy, self-peace, self-validation, so that you can enjoy what God has given unto you, and you can enjoy all the achievements that you have done as you go through this journey we call life. Today, we want to talk about something that's sensitive to me, but is very, very important. Oftentimes, as we are dealing with our goals and our objectives, our daily life, we're dealing with assignments. We are multitasking. We have budgets, and we are trying to accomplish certain things. We have a plan of action that we have to do. And guess what happens? Somebody outside of our scope of work, our scope of business, our scope of service, somebody has something that goes wrong, and either they hurt themselves, or they hurt you, they hurt your family, or they do something where you have compassion for them and you want them to be better. That is great. And you should pray for them, and you should love them, and you should be a friend to them. But one thing you cannot be to them is a Messiah. Yeah, I said it. Some of us have a Messiah complex. You know how I know? Because I used to have one. I try to save everybody. I try to change people and their character. I try to fill voids in their heart and their soul where I don't have the authority nor the power to do. There is only one Messiah. His name is Jesus, and he died for the world so that you don't have to. Let me say that again. You are not a Messiah. You are a brother or a sister. You are a disciple. You are a servant. You are someone who encourages, empowers, and corrects. But you cannot change people's character. You cannot fill voids in their life. You cannot change their behavior. The only thing you can do is to help them as much as you can without bringing destruction to your own self. Oftentimes, when we're trying to enjoy success, we take on the burdens of everybody else, and we end up carrying their cross, and we try to fix them. I'm preaching right now. Some of us are trying to fix people, and we are now getting into a situation where we can't even enjoy our life, our success, because we're so busy trying to fix somebody else. You don't have the power to fix anybody else. You don't have the power to fill somebody else's hole in their soul. You don't have the power to fix a broken heart. You have the power to love, to encourage. You have the power to say, I'm here. But you are not a Messiah. I want to encourage you today. If you have been engaged in a sense of guilt because you are trying to help somebody help themselves and they don't seem that they can be helped, you need to turn it to somebody else who has a higher power than you. I have gone through this my entire life, and it was 3 years ago I decided to lay down this cross of trying to be a Messiah to others, because what was happening is I was killing myself trying to save somebody else. And I learned from a wise friend, my father, Bishop Maynard, not everybody wants to be saved. Some people just want to take and take and take. And then after you've given and you've given and you're given, their behavior doesn't change, their character doesn't change, who they are doesn't change. Because why? Because you can't help them change. They need a higher power. You need to turn them over to God, and you need to continue to live your life. Doesn't mean that you're mean. What it means is you recognize what your limits are. You have to have guardrails in your life when you're dealing with family and friends. I encourage you today, that if you've been a Messiah, you've been trying to save people and their souls, that you're in the wrong business. Jesus already has that mastered. Jesus already has that assignment. Your goal is to love your neighbor as you love yourself. Be an encourager to them, but you can't save them. I want you to take this lesson to heart, especially for those of us who have so much compassion and love for others as we see them go through. We want them to succeed, but they have to want it themselves as well. This is Jerry Maynard. This is Soul Success. Our lesson today, you are not a Messiah. Only Jesus is. And so we need to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. But remember, you have to encourage yourself and encourage others. But don't let people take from you the joy and the peace that God has given unto you. Tune in every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on our YouTube page, Soul Success, or on our Facebook page, SCC Nashville. You be blessed. Thank you for joining us.